I came across this video that broke my heart. Like, it broke my heart. Let's just see the video. You know, this truly breaks my heart. It's something that is quite prevalent in a lot of countries these days, especially, underdeveloped countries like in West Africa. I don't know about other parts of the world, but like in West Africa, it's really prevalent in the sense that a lot of people have traveled to developed countries with the hopes of working and just making a earning a living for themselves and sending back some money home so they could build life afresh, sort of like yeah, like build up something for themselves due to the exchange rates of the money and stuff. And it's like people are just it's sad. It's really sad. I remember when I was a teenager, I had this older friend, a lady who had spent about 20 years in Germany, and she finally came back to the country. And while she was in Germany, she was working, doing all sorts of menial jobs and stuff, and sending money back home for her family to build like basically buy properties and stuff. And they did the exact same thing that happened to this young man. They did the same thing to her. They kept sending her pictures, showing her pictures of properties and stuff that they had supposedly acquired. And this lady came back to nothing. Like, she came back and met nothing. And it wasn't even, that the people had things to show for it. Like, even if you spent the money on yourself, what did you buy? Right? Like, there was nothing. They just were enjoying themselves. Every money she sends, they'll just use it and enjoy their lives, basically. And, we were watching a movie when this particular day I was watching a movie with her, and in the movie something similar happened to someone. And I saw this auntie, like this older lady, she busted into tears. Like, she was crying more than the way this young man was crying, actually. Like, she was crying, shaking with all the coming out of her nose and crying. And being a young girl, I didn't even know how to console her. I was even confused. Like, I felt like, what is going on? And it wasn't until she kind of got herself, got hold of her emotions, that she told me what had happened to her. Like, her own family did that to her. And it's something that is very, very, very common right now in most of these, underdeveloped countries, with people leaving the country to go find greener pastures and sending money back home. And it's just sad. It's really sad. The thing is, these people who leave their countries to other foreign countries, like other developed countries, to make a living for themselves due to the exchange rates, because a lot of the exchange rates of these countries is like really high, right? Like in West Africa, I know that the dollar currency is really high, the pound's currency is extremely high, right? So they don't mind leaving their professional jobs in their home countries to, go work menial jobs in all these other developed countries. Because let's face it, most of these underdeveloped countries are battling bad governance, corruption, bad economy and stuff. So whatever money they get paid in their professional jobs in their countries cannot be compared to the money that they make, doing menial jobs in these developed countries. So of course they want to make more money, of course they want to be able to live comfortably, so they travel abroad to do something for themselves, to work and labor. Like most of them have like 3 to 4 jobs that they do, and this is all to earn a living, to take care of themselves and probably their families at home. And still there are these greedy people who, it's just sad. It's really, really sad. As much as I'm not an advocate of living a life where you trust no one, like I would rather, have faith in humanity. I choose to trust people, not because I don't think that people are bad or because I'm naive. No, but because I choose to trust people. But at the same time, trusting people does not mean that you keep setting them up for failure. Like, you don't necessarily have to keep testing people, especially when it has to do with money. Like, when money is involved, people forget themselves. Like, they lose control. They have absolutely no control when it comes to money. Only people that actually have integrity and, I'm sorry, they're rare. That's why integrity is actually a virtue, because it's not something that is common, right? So it's rare to see people with virtues. And with that said, I feel like anyone who is, if you're in such a situation where you leave your country, you migrate to some other country to work, to save up money, to, build something for yourself back home, I would advise that you do so personally. Like, buy your properties yourself. If you can't do it yourself at the moment, then while you're working, just open a savings account, save your money. Then when you're, ready, you travel back home and buy these things yourself, pay for these things yourself. Maybe you can have like your mother, if you still have your mother, praise God, she can help you, assist you, or your father. Even at that, like, be there in person, because this is just heartbreaking. It's so sad. Imagine the kind of jobs that these people do in these foreign countries, the things they had to endure. You know how it feels when you're in someone else's house, like you're a guest in someone else's house. You wouldn't feel so comfortable, you wouldn't feel at home the way you would feel when you're in your own home, right? That's how most of these foreigners feel in these developed countries. These foreigners who run there to, survive legally, please, legally. I'm in no way helping to encourage any of the illegal immigrants. I'm talking about people who, legitly they come to, these they travel to these developed countries and try to get legit work, or maybe they meet the requirement for getting a work or a job permit or whatever it is. But like, if they struggle this much and this kind of a terrible thing happens to them, that is just wickedness. It's total wickedness. And just imagine this grown-up guy crying like a baby. It must really hurt. And when you feel so helpless, you feel like you need someone to like just see you, like, look at what's happening to me. That's what I get from this video. Him just not even saying a word. He can't even speak. He's just crying to his camera. Like, it's just crazy. It's crazy. I think that we need a lot more compassion for ourselves as humans. We are hurting ourselves from different corners, and it's sad. All I'm trying to say is that when you send money home, make sure you're sending money home for themselves. Like, if it's for you, if it's to help you do something, you're doing it at your own risk, because when it comes to money, as I said, people can just go crazy, right? So, yeah, if you're sending people money home, let it be that you are generously giving it to them to use for themselves. Just buy your things yourself. You could take a few months of break, travel back to your country. If it's so important that you buy the properties or that you make the investments or whatnot, go do it yourself. Come back and continue your work. Sometimes these people who do these things to you, it's not because they don't love you, especially when it's your family, it's because, people can be greedy. And as I said, integrity is not a common, virtue. And there's this, sense of entitlement that family members have. Like, they feel like, after all, it's my brother, or after all, it's my sister's money. That entitlement can make them do evil to you, sadly. And they would not see a big deal in it. You know what I mean? Like, our brothers and our sisters, sometimes they hurt us the most, and it's not because they don't love us, but because of that over familiarity and a level of wickedness, right? And for peace to reign, just avoid them. Avoid them, honestly. Avoid stories. Avoid these dramas. Your heart doesn't need to go through this, level of disappointment. For this young man, I am so sorry that you have to go through this. I don't know you, but it's sad. And for everyone who has experienced this at some point, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I pray that God will heal you and will replenish all that you have, lost. I pray for a restoration. And those who do this to their family members, oh God. You know what? I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. God will just do whatever He wills to you. I know you thought I was going to say God will have mercy on you. I don't know. Like, I really don't know at this point. He should do His will to you, because this is wickedness. This is wickedness. And the funny thing is that they don't ever do anything important with the money. Ill-gotten wealth. Well, let's be kind. Let's be kind to one another, please. We need it. The world needs kindness. Okay? All right. That's it. Do have a lovely day.